doesn't seem to know how to fucking do it. Alright, so wake up this morning. I thought there was gonna be snow, but there was no snow. Wow. I noticed watching my videos that I burp. I ain't holding that in, I'm sorry. Well, I mean, what do you want me to make a whole new video? Good. I could just start over. But anyways, so woke up this morning, got ready, you know, blah, blah, blah. Come on, let's go. Come on. The car's all frozen with a sheet of ice, so I guess that means it was warm and then got cold. Everything's all like it rained. There's no crust. Oh, I guess there is. There's a crust on the snow. Maybe the snow is fun. It's not bad. Took it a while for the car to warm up, so I, you know, sat there and waited. And I was watching some YouTube, because it is what it is. It's not what it used to be, but I mean, it's still something. And I look at Facebook sometimes, and that's fucking horrible. Facebook is stupid. I mean, the things that Facebook shows you and everything is like fake. It's just like here, though. I mean, really, the fake videos are pissing me off. For one, it keeps me from seeing something that I I came there for. And then two, it's like so many people, I think about so many people like, oh, this is real and this and that, and cars doing wheelies and all sorts of shit, people doing amazing things, and it's not even people. It's really annoying. What would the point be? It's just like, I don't know. I think it has something to do with harming your imagination. Your own creativity. I could never think of something like that. Yeah, you could. I mean, when I was a kid, I used to play with Hot Wheels cars and action figures and Army men even. Army men, like, they don't do nothing. I remember when I was in 5th or 6th grade, and my best friend, he had an older brother, and he was into cool stuff, like teenage stuff, while we were, almost teenagers. And he used to be the dungeon master. He would do campaigns for us. He taught us that because he was in like a club, and it wasn't like they tried to make it like you were a nerd or something. These kids weren't nerds. Look at E.T. Those are like the popular kids, and they're all hanging out and they're eating pizza. It's just like playing a board game or a video game or anything like that, but you're using math and real life skills. Dungeons and Dragons is virtual reality before you even needed the computer, and it's not running around LARPing in the fucking woods or anything like that. It's not. But to bring other types of creativity into it, like the Dungeon Master would draw up on graph paper like huge worlds. They would write stories about the campaign. That's what they would call it's like a video game. and they would write multiple video games on a regular basis. You know, Dungeons and Dragons isn't. It's the original of the role playing that was released to the public. You know, the role playing games aren't like, you know, an actor. It's in your mind. One that I liked just as much, if not better, was where we would go into space and you could have a spaceship and fly around and just like, well, not really like, well, yeah, kind of like Star Wars, but you were more like Han Solo. You didn't subscribe to any government, but like you were from a place, and it was like you had a car. Your spaceship was a car, and everybody had one, you know, kind of thing. Maybe kind of like Firefly or something like that. It's just your means of survival. That was a fun one. And then later on, or maybe all along, I don't know, I was a kid, came Marvel superheroes, and you could design your own superhero character. And when you do these things, when you build a character, the dungeon master has to approve everything. You can't just say, oh, well, I want him to have full strength, full this and full that. You have to roll the dice. You have to roll the dice to see. And if you, I mean, sure, you don't have to play that character. It's not like you're one shot. Or maybe they were just being nice to us. Maybe a dungeon master would be mean like that. But anyways, if you come across like a total moronic character because you just sucked at rolling the dice, I guess, I don't know, you just start a new one. A lot of things you would have to either make, or it depends on the level of intricity that the dungeon master makes you conform to. You know, you could say, I just want to buy a thing or this or that, and they think up a story of how you can get this thing or that, and you kind of have to help them maybe with your ideas of where you're going to look or whatever, how you're going to look for it. It's a really fun game, and I think the fact that it requires at least 3 people for it to be fun, it creates a thing where it's like a video game. You could just play the video game by yourself, and it's separative. But this is like creating a togetherness or something. I don't know. It was just really awesome, and I didn't have the influence long enough for me to really become something where I could further this along. Or maybe propagandas and things like that were being enforced and taking hold, and society just went a different way. Or, you know, people just wanted video games more. You can't really tell people, oh, it's so much better than video games, because, I mean, they could have a negative outlook on it and it'll never be better. But the negative outlook isn't even, it's just what they chose for whatever reasons built up to that choice. So it doesn't really mean anything, does it? I mean, none of this does. Anyways, so I'm sitting in the car and I'm listening to John Levi, whatever his name is. I think it's his latest video on, I don't know, his regular channel. No, he's talking like he's got all these other channels. And if somebody was to tell me that, it just seems so... Well, you could come at it from, like, maybe my perspective. I'm scratching her butt. Like, maybe YouTube is shadow banning or attacking my channel, so I have to start a new channel. But then, you know, I wouldn't keep going at the old channel. I would just basically let it peter out like I was defeated by them, you know? I'd go back there every once in a while and answer a few things and then eventually just stop and keep going to the other one. But the other one would basically be where I went every day, because that's what I do. I'm not here to do battle with YouTube. I'm not here to do battle with anybody. What if you just stopped doing it? You know, so anyways, he's talking about this stuff, and it's not like a gushy this or that. It's just I respect him for taking the time out, even if, you know, I don't fully understand why he's doing it or anything like that. We can hear why he says he's doing it, but we don't know. I mean, it's easy to lie, and if you don't think so, then I mean, you might be thinking of your own morals, but it's not like it's a difficult task to lie to someone. So he's talking about money, your birth certificate, this and that. And the things that this type of idea sets forth is like, we're being used. But, you know, I don't really understand. I do think that it's probably true, but I think they're holding something back. I don't understand what they're not telling us. I don't really like having to figure this stuff out, because I'm trying to live and keep my head above water in this other fucking bullshit fucking reality. You know, I have to get up and go to work every day and do all this stuff. Otherwise, I'll be a homeless fucking person. And sure, that would probably be good for me, but I don't know. I'm scared to lose everything. And by everything, I think you might even lose people in your life. I don't know. What if they don't see it that way? It's a scary thing. But anyways, I don't understand how it would work. But you don't have to pay anything. You're actually not supposed to pay anything, I guess is what he said early on in the video. Go watch it. Then you know what I'm talking about. Can't just take my word for it or whatever. But it's fucking weird ass shit. And I guess, yeah, go watch it. And then come back here and tell me what you think. Because I don't fucking understand that shit. I don't understand that shit. I have my own personal information, but I'm not comfortable sharing that with a bunch of bots and a few people I don't really know who you are. So we just won't go there. But I have personal experiences in not in filing any papers or anything like that, but in just the way that you treat things, the way that you look at things, even with laws and things like that. It's really kind of, I don't know the answer, but I do believe when people say that things aren't the way that they seem, what we're told, it's not that way. There's another thing. What if these chosen people are just something for us to fucking think, to chase and do all this stuff about, and it's actually nobody really, and we're all looking for them. Who are they? It's these people that own this and that, and maybe it is them, but they're not in that, or maybe they are, and it doesn't fucking matter. But it's just a game to keep you from realizing the actual game that we're playing. I mean, it really, the most basic thought about money and all that stuff, and I'm interested to hear what anybody would have to say, because I've said it many times. I've said it many times, but nobody seems to ever say anything. And I also say that we just go along with it because that's what we have to do. Like I just said, I need to eat food, I guess, is what they tell me. And I need to have a car, they told me that too. And all of these things, and a house, and 2 kids, and whatever. I have to have all this shit, and it costs all this money. And they have money, and I just got to do a couple tasks, and I get the money. And you know, some people are crafty with the money, and they steal other people's money, and it's like, anyways, all that money is loaned. It's like somebody invented money, but it's not something that you can invent. It's just this one, we call it a currency, like a thing, like an individual money, like American money, Thai money, German money, you know, Korean money, all these different things. They have their own money, and different ones are worth different amounts, and different amounts of money from this place equals money from that place. But it's all just made up. Like a pretty paper. You know, wouldn't that be funny if you just made your money look cooler? Then people wanted it more and it would go up in value. But it's built on other things. But they say that it's all loaned to us. And so if you're collecting it and holding on to it, then you have to pay interest on all those loans. Every dollar, you have to pay interest on it. And if you were to try to pay interest with the money that you borrowed, then it's not like you're giving it back. It's like you're putting it in a bank for them to hold. It's like you're allowing them to hold it, but you still owe it. You would still owe that money, and to the person that you borrowed it from, because you can't, even though you gave it to somebody else, you owe for getting the money, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Yeah, roll around in the snow. It's good, doesn't it? Let's sit here and watch you. So he's talking about that stuff, and then at the end he says he doesn't even do that. There's something else that he's learning and he's gonna do a course about. And so is he going to some class, some trick the system, or the system tricks you and this is how it works class, and then he's gonna teach it to all those little minions that pay him $1 every month, or, you know. These people have 200 and something thousand people that do it. And if you just got like $1 a month for each one, $230,000 a month. What if it was a nickel or a penny or something? How much is it worth for our attention? Money isn't worth anything. What are we working for? Is it just to create like a paradise through all of the slaves? Have you ever noticed how, like, you want to do something and you want to do something and you want to do it, you want to do it, you want to do it, and then finally you get to do it, and it's like it's not really that exciting. The more exciting thing was that you did it and other people can't do it so easy either. And so it's like, it's kind of like climbing a mountain. Anybody can climb a mountain, but are you gonna? And so I put in the work and I climbed the mountain and I get to see the view up there on top of the mountain. And somebody could look at a picture that I took of the view on the top of the mountain, but it wouldn't be the feeling or the scenery that I got for putting in the work. It's like a fake work. How does all this stuff work? Work. Woo! What are you guys smelling? Life of a dog, just smelling. You guys just always looking for something to eat? What if you didn't have to eat? I don't think you do. Have you ever seen the... That was my stomach. I just said I think it... You see, I have been eating. There was a couple days that I didn't eat. A couple days in a row, and I didn't feel any different. And then, you know, people around me, they think you have to eat, and so they get worried about me not eating. And you have to eat to make them happy. I don't want to. It's like a trick. Party trick. I can, look at me, I can eat this and that. Like, I just chew it up and where'd it go? I'll be right back. Look, I found it. Whatever. The things about oxygen, and they were doing like pure oxygen and this and that, and making giant dragonflies and shit, giant lizards. Oh, giant lizards, where do you hear that from? Yeah, I don't know. People say, oh, it couldn't support it. Well, maybe it could if it was just bigger. Everything was bigger because it was giant. It was stronger too because it was made better with the better materials. Better oxygen, more oxygen. I don't know. I'm not even really worried about it. What do we have to even worry about? I don't know. This video doesn't really have a point, and I guess it won't really encourage anybody to talk to me, but it's a journal entry. Start date 15/25/72/89 hike.